If line y is equal to 1/3 x plus 4 were to be graphed below on the same grid, at what point would the two lines intersect? First, we need to understand that this is not the line that is graphed. It says if this line were to be graphed, at which point would the two lines intersect? Since we don't have an equation for the second line that is already graphed, and we don't have a way to measure accurately to see where the two lines would actually intersect, the only thing we have to focus on is going to be the signs of the numbers, because all the numbers are basically the same. The only difference is some have negatives, some have positives, so that's going to determine in which quadrant they're going to lie in. So what we're going to do is we're going to graph this equation, y is equal to 1/3 x plus 4. The slope is 1/3, and the slope is defined as the rise over the run. So the slope is going to be 1/3. Rise is positive, so we're going to count up, and the run is positive, we're going to count to the right. And the constant is the y-intercept. That's where the graph crosses the y-axis. And it should be at 4, and the point that defines that is going to be the point 0.04. So we're going to begin by plotting this first. So we're going to plot 0.4. We don't go any units right or left, we just go 4 units up. And then we're going to count from that point, we're going to count the rise over the run. We're going to count 1 up and 1, 2, 3 to the right. And then we could also define the slope as -1 over -3 because this would still give us a positive slope. So if we define it as -1 over -3, then the rise would be down and the run would be left. So from the point where the graph crosses the y-axis, we can count 1 down and then 1, 2, 3 to the left. So then the graph of the line of the equation y is equal to 1/3 x plus 4 would look like this. And you notice that we cannot determine the exact coordinates of this point, but we know that it's in the second quadrant. And in order to get to that point, we would have to go to the left. That means that the first coordinate would have to be negative, and then you would have to go up, so the second coordinate would have to be positive. And if you study the coordinates on the answer choices, there's only going to be one that has that combination of signs. The letter B has a -2, and then on the x coordinate, and then a positive for the y coordinate. So therefore, the two lines should intersect at -2 and 10/3.